So hello.
Hey, Tia.
Hi, thank you for joining me here on the Final FronTia. We've gone international.
Oh, wow. I'm excited to be here.
We're doing a Zoom call, like during COVID times, only now.
It's like a flashback.
You said flashback. You've got
Ooh.
superpowers, is what just happened. You said flashback and sent your ghosts and ghouls to switch off the lights.
You look better with that other lighting.
Brutal. It was actually just producer James falling over a plug. How have you been? I haven't seen you for probably like a year.
I haven't seen you since I think we were at Drag Fest with that one that can't be named over there in the UK.
Yes.
I think that's the last time I saw you sweating it out in a big warehouse or something. But I've been great, and congratulations to you, our new winner.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to you also. You won the American All-Stars. How does that feel?
Well, it's pretty much the best ever, really. It's as a fan of the show and being on seasons of the show and always kind of wanting to be on the All-Stars or be an All-Star. It was so exciting to go to America and be in Hollywood and to film the show. And then obviously winning is the best outcome possible. So that was amazing.
That is wild because I feel like a lot of the international girlies feel like you've like paved the way for like opportunities for international queens to be on the US All-Stars.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. I hope that, it just shows that, you know, if you're doing your thing and you're believing in yourself and you're investing in it and making it, you know, your priority and putting it out there in the world, that it pays off. So,
I mean, we should talk about that more because I have the same kind of like vibe, because the first time I did Drag Race, I was like, this will just be fun. We'll see what happens. And then the second time I was like, maybe I should try. That might actually help. How did you like go into the different seasons? Like, what was your mentality for each one?
Well, each one was kind of different. Going into Canada's Drag Race, I was an unknown queen. I was just, you know, on my little island here doing my thing. So I went in totally terrified. I didn't know any other drag queens. I had one other drag queen friend here in Victoria. And so, yeah, it was really overwhelming. I was a little baby drag queen. And so going back for All-Stars, UK versus the world, I felt like I had a bit more of an idea what was going on. But I was still kind of working on my polish, working on my makeup. And then going back for All-Stars, I felt like I had really elevated. And I was really excited to show the world and my fans how much work I had put in while touring and everything to elevate myself.
Honestly, same. And then I look back at my eyebrows at the finale and I'm like, well, there's always room for improvement, you know?
I know. Drag is like this. I look back, it's like sometimes you look back 1 year, you look crazy, and then you look back 3 years and you're like, I look good there. I was like, what happened? So I don't know.
For me, I discovered Face App. That was the difference. Your run on UK versus the World, I want to talk about that because I think my favorite thing about watching you on Drag Race is like the authenticity of it all. Because like I love the fact that you were absolutely fuming and like I just love to watch it. I'm like, this person isn't being like, thank you so much for a wonderful opportunity. Goodbye. You were like, I'm really upset.
No, I was really in my feelings. And that's part of being a clown is you're supposed to access your feelings and share your feelings, and you're supposed to do it without a filter. So that's kind of where that comes from. It's like, I feel like when I'm on the show and when I'm doing my thing that I feel like I need to give my full energy into what I'm feeling and then put it out there. So, you know, it's a little spicy, a little crazy, but it's also so fun. I think it's, you know, fun when you get to see how someone truly feels. That's really hilarious sometimes.
Have I accidentally been a clown the whole time? Because that is just how I exist and live my life. Yeah,
it's actually easier that way.
You call it clowning, I call it anxiety. So yeah,
life.
Same vibe. That's now you've won. Would you go back again? I'm sure everyone's asked you that question 83,000 times, but
I love it. Drag Race is the perfect combination of all the things I love. I love working under deadlines. I love working with whatever I got around me and in front of me to make shit happen. I love rising to an occasion. You know, if someone's, you know, we're underdogs And so my whole life, I've been really challenged on what I can do, what I can achieve, what my plans are. And so when when someone challenges me, it makes me go, okay, I'm going to show these fuckers that I can do this. And so I love drag because it's involving art and it's involving your own personal history and it's involving queer history and it's changing people's lives. And it's all a lot of fun at the same time. And you get to learn something. The whole drag, as much as it is about entertaining, it's also about like learning as an artist, how to do your makeup, how to do your hair, how to communicate your ideas, how to develop routines and ideas to entertain people. And so every time I go to drag, it feels like you're going to like a drag school or something.
Literally, RuPaul School for Girls. I always feel like it tells me more about myself because I went into that first season and I was like, I can do this. I'm just going to have a fun time, but I'm a fully realized human being with complex thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And then came out of it and was like, I have no idea what's going on. Everything feels like a panic attack. And then the second time I was like, no, I can do it. I know who I is now, which is nice. Everyone takes something different away from it. And that's why it's iconic.
Yeah. No, it is amazing. And yeah, I love how much I've changed and grown. And I hope I get to do it again. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I would be able to change and grow even more. Maybe I could do the splits this time.
Maybe a high kick. All Winners 2, that's the question. I can't wait for you to be on All Winners 2 and for me to be 15th reserve backup option. Simone's dropped out. Who do we call? Blue Hydrangea. Yeah, fair play. This podcast is all about sort of like fandoms and what people are a fan of. And I feel like we've kind of established that we're both still genuine Drag Race fans, despite having been on and won the show. Do you have any like favorite franchises that you watch apart from your own?
Well, I guess I tend to not even really watch my own. I've only watched them, each one I've only watched about one time as it was coming out, and then I never went back. So I guess of all the franchises, I like whatever is put on for me. I'm not that good at making TV happen for myself. So Brady, my partner, puts TV on for me, or if I'm on the road, the girls or someone on the tour bus will put on the show and we'll watch together. So I know that's a lame ass answer, but I'll watch whatever is in front of me and I'll be happy with it.
That's a better answer than mine, because I'm like, when I feel sad, I watch my finale lip sync against Hannah Conda and I cheer up again. I fully watch myself. I love it. It's great.
That's so funny. I need to watch myself. For some reason, I just don't. I don't know what it is. Even someone sends me a video, I'm like, I'm not going to watch it. I don't know what.
I used to anxiously rewatch things when, like, if I got comments that were like, Tia shouldn't have been in the top that episode. I'm like, let me rewatch every frame to see why they think that.
You are hilarious. I would never.
But now I rewatch it and I'm like, oh, everyone was wrong. I was great. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, baby, you won. So have you been how do you feel about your win? You know, like, how do you feel about all the work you put in and how did that go for you? Because I know that was really exciting.
It was, thank you. Turn the tables. I'm getting grilled. No, I actually kind of love it because, like, there was that feeling that, like, at the time, a lot of people wanted someone else to win, and by someone else, I mean literally any of the 3 other options in that final. So I felt that like quite a lot, and then I realized that I was blanking out all of the love and just focusing on, like, you know, 1 in every 100 comments was like,
right,
Marina should have won. And I was like, everyone thinks that but that's not the case. Like, there's so much love out there that you can focus on and harness. But I can't lie, I did struggle a little bit. I was like, I have accidentally won Drag Race and it shouldn't have been me. But now I kind of like sit in that power a little more, especially after doing a tour with like all the girls, and like it was very full of love and like full of compliments for each other and all of that kind of thing. So I sit in the power a little bit more, which is nice.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, it's hard because I don't know why I'm the same way. I can get 100,000 compliments of love and excitement and joy and all these things, but then you read that one person that's just like, feeling whatever they feel about it. And that can really stick with you. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it's a good exercise to, pay them dust and to really focus on all the love that's out there for us. And there is a lot out there. So
absolutely.
I'm happy for you and congrats.
Yeah, I think you are right about sort of like learning and like harnessing that and trying to like re-educate. Like it's literally like rewiring your brain to try not to focus on the negative, because I feel like that is like human nature to just see that thing and be like, oh, that must be the real version.
Right.
But do you stay away from looking at comments in general?
Yeah, I do.
Work.
Every now and again, I go when if I can, I'm on a flight or something, I'll go through and I'll try and say hi and pay attention. But I have so much anxiety around like posting and looking and all these things. I really try to put less energy into it if I can, and just try to keep it fun and light like it used to be when you're a normal social media person. You don't think so much about, what am I posting and is it the right time and does anyone care, and all of that stuff that goes along with putting stuff out there online. So yeah, I think we got to be kind and easy to ourselves. So that's why I don't read the comments.
Yeah, the overthinking is the bit, isn't it? That's like a weird shift that happens where you're like, oh, suddenly it feels like everything matters more just because there's more people. But I guess it's just the same thing scaled up, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Live your life. Live your truth.
Baby.
Be you.
The only way to do it.
I am more, I am less, but fundamentally, I am me, to quote Hannah Conda.
Oh, I like that.
I think she should put it on a t-shirt, to be honest with you.
She probably is right this moment, down under.
Yeah, with a crayon though, not officially printed. Let's move away from Drag Race. Have you got any other sort of like TV shows, films, franchises that you are obsessed with, that you love, that you watch and rewatch, or any particular genres? I think that was 8 questions in one.
If I'm going to watch a movie at night, I always look for scary movies. I don't know why that is. I
see that for you.
Love scary movies, horror movies, things where people are afraid. For some reason, as much as I love to laugh and as much as I love comedy, for some reason, when I go on Netflix, it's like, let's watch something scary. Let's watch something creepy. Let's watch something terrifying. So I don't know what that is about me, but I really like that. And so, but I also love watching like shows about cat hoarding or, like weird things that people do that are strange, like the people like that are addicted to eating their cups or whatever. And they're just like, I can't stop. Every time I have my coffee, I just want to, and then they like chew the side of their cup and then swallow it. And it's just like so funny to me. Yeah.
No, I love those ones. I think that I saw one where someone was like, I think they drank like the liquid inside a marker pen or something like that. And there's one who's addicted to sniffing baby powder.
Right.
I am obsessed with those as well.
That's like a bad drug dealer's dream.
There are a few people that I sent that clip to. I won't name names. But you all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the horror film thing I feel like is a real thing because I have like an obsession with watching like zombie themed content and I don't know why. But I feel like it's like anxious people like to be scared, maybe.
Right. Maybe that's what it is. There's something calming about it. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing, but yeah, I tend to watch or like the shows about the people in jail and then where they talk about what they did. That's always like really creepy to me. Like watching someone, when you hear about a creepy story, but then to hear the creepy story from the person that did it, that was like, I, dressed up like a big Teletubby and I killed my family and then I wore their skin around the house. And it's kind of like, oh my God.
That is all I'm going to be thinking. The Teletubbies are at DragCon LA and that's all I'm going to be thinking about now when we see them. I can't do the like true crime story things. They freak me out more than like a zombie attacking someone and eating their brains.
Right. Yeah, I do like true crime ones too. That's freaky.
Okay, I would recommend on Netflix, it's a crossover moment. It's a show called Dead Set, which is like zombie horror, but it all takes place in the British Big Brother house.
Oh, cool.
So it's like a bit reality and a bit horror. And then once you watch that one, Dead Set.
That's so funny. Okay, yeah, I'll look at that.
It was created by Charlie Brooker, who makes Black Mirror.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm a big Black Mirror fan.
Me too, yeah. I like that dystopian, creepy future.
Mama, that's like my favorite thing. We're living in it at the moment, but like
I know.
dystopian future, question mark. Do you have like any favorite Black Mirror episodes?
Well, there's this really creepy one that I always tend to I have a really bad memory. So when people ask me my favorite things, it's usually whatever I can remember. And so, Black Mirror, I like this creepy one. It was like the mom was protecting the child from seeing anything scary.
Yeah.
And then the mom was like overprotecting the kid, and the kid couldn't see a barking dog. The kid couldn't see anything creepy. And then the kid uses the iPad to kill the mom, and the iPad blocks the kid from seeing its own actions as it murders their own mom for setting up these controls. The whole thing was so creepy and cool. And as someone that was heavily controlled, I kind of was a little bit satisfying.
Yeah, it's an allegory. I believe that is Producer Poppy, if we can check. I believe it is series 3, episode 5, I'm going to say Archangel. I think that is correct.
You are crazy. Okay, supercomputer.
Honestly, it could be series 7, episode 2, but I just said numbers.
Right.
But I think it's called Archangel. Because I remember it so distinctly because it starts like it starts on such a small level and then it like escalates and this child's being exposed to nothing until finally like murder is fine to them because they can't see it. They're like not desensitized, the opposite of desensitized.
Right. They're just shielded.
Okay, with season 4, episode 2, I was off. But it is called Archangel. Thank you, Poppy.
Wow.
That's very kind.
Baby.
I do, honestly, I love a bit of Black Mirror.
I love Black Mirror. I love any kind of like anything to do with technology and the way that it could potentially play out is curious and interesting to me because I'm not that technical. I'm not very good at technology and downloading and all those kinds of things. So yeah, technology is already kind of freaky to me. So it getting smarter than us and kind of controlling and or turning on us, it's always freaky.
Do you know what? I'm going to now bring this up in every episode, but there is officially a 60% chance we're already living in a simulation. We are the Sims.
Oh my God.
It's
I always had
statistically
that
probable.
feeling.
Someone's controlling us externally, watching us live out our lives.
And we're just little ants scurrying around.
I mean, whether we're in a simulation or not, that's kind of true. The universe is very large.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it was a simulation, I guess. We don't know any better, so I'm like, whatever, pull the plug.
This is all we know, so it doesn't make a difference, really.
Yeah.
How do you feel about aliens?
I love aliens. I want them to come. I want the whole shebang. I want them to hover over the city. I want us to not know what's happening. I want the world to panic. I want everyone to all of a sudden start worshiping them. I want them to come down, take over our bodies. I want the whole shebang.
Full body snatchers.
Body snatching, but I want that one where it hangs above first for everyone to go like, they're on a different timeline. We want them to come down, get out of the ship, do their thing, hit the road. They're like, no, I'm going to park here and idle for however long I want and just loom terrifyingly.
Like an Independence Day, look up to the sky.
I think that's really creepy. Where for them to come and just not do anything, just to be up there and just say, we're going to do this on our own time. That's freaky.
Yeah, that is kind of scary. I don't like the fact that like our technology doesn't work on them.
Right.
Like we have no defense mechanisms.
Well, it's because we got our technology from them.
Wait, is that like a real belief or is this the narrative of the film we're making together right now?
That is the real belief that the human tools and technology were passed to us by visiting aliens.
Wait, like at what point? Like, did we do fire or did we do computers?
We did fire because that's naturally occurring.
Okay.
They did Stonehenge where they stack the blocks in the circle. And that's the first modem, actually. That's the first internet. Somehow those blocks in a circle.
It's like a big antenna.
Mm-hmm.
Any other wonders of the world that you suspect to be secret alien technology? This is
I
descended.
think that the pyramids are actually a huge, giant paperweight on the Earth, which is the desk of an alien.
A desk. So does that make you a flat earther?
I guess it's a round desk because I'm definitely not a flat earther.
Okay, it's a big round desk, just like a beanbag scenario.
Yeah. I actually met a flat earther that had no arms or legs because they suffered a horrible infection and they refused to seek medical treatment because of their belief system, and they lost all their arms and their legs. And it was very sad.
They lost their limbs because the world is flat.
Yeah, because their beliefs were so strong that they refused medical treatment and they lost their arms and legs from this infection.
That's very sad.
It was crazy. It was crazy to see how someone's beliefs can be so strong that they would forego medical treatment and then live the rest of their life in a whole other state because of their belief system. It's pretty wild.
Did they express that they'd learned anything from that, or were they still adamant they'd done the right thing?
They never said like, oh yeah, I wish I had gone and got help. They just said, this is what happened.
Okay.
And I never really asked like, oh, well, so how do you feel now? I just kind of was like, wow, that's crazy.
You listened, you weren't invasive. That's nice.
I just listened, and they were actually smoking a cigarette, and they had the most beautiful black, sleek hand that they smoked the cigarette with as they told the story, and it was really, really interesting.
Oh my, like that one that Manila had on a hat for All Stars.
Yes.
That feels like a weird way to come full circle back to Drag Race, but also it kind of worked.
Good segue.
Yeah. That is alarming. I watched a TikTok recently where someone was a genuine flat earther and they were saying, your language is offensive, so you need to consider flat earthers. So instead of globally, say worldwide, instead of saying, I love you to the moon and back because the moon isn't real, say, I love you forever because time is real. I was concerned by this.
Yeah, that's interesting. They have to find whole other ways to express themselves. Like, I love you to the edge of the flat earth and back.
Yeah, I think actually they said I love you to the four corners of the earth was the correct way to say it.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. A map perspective.
Very that. But also confusingly, she said around the world instead of across the globe. And then qualified it in the comments by saying that she believes the earth is flat but round. But then the four corner theory doesn't work if it's round.
Wow, well, she didn't know that she was dealing with a mathematician, now did she? Because you fucking solved that little riddle.
Mama, science, boots. Do you know what? We should get her on the podcast. Let's grill this flat earther.
Yeah,
see how she really feels. That is wild. How did we get onto flat earthing? Flat earthers?
I think because you're actually a flat earther and you're trying to convert me.
That's what has happened. I went back to Drag Race so that I could win and use my platform to convert everyone into flat earthers. So please, we are surrounded by a wall of ice. Antarctica is a lie. Penguins live everywhere. The moon is a projection. What else do they think? I don't know. So the plane, flight paths are all made up and they all just go in a straight line.
And does the ocean, how does that work with the flat earther? It just dips below the earth and then it just pools under there?
Yeah, I think it's like if you put water in a bowl, they're just like, it's flat. It's just in.
Oh.
Wait, but a bowl is a hemisphere. Science.
Bum, bum, bum.
Listen, you can't win. Sorry, flat earthers. You're wrong. It's been disproven. Right. We are coming to the end, but I know.
I don't want to go.
As David Tennant said at the end of their run as the Doctor in Doctor Who, I don't want to go. What I like to do with all of my guests here on the Final Frontier is a scene, is a moment that we reenact based on our conversation. So I feel like we've mostly discussed how we love Drag Race.
Okay.
But then
Look
also
at us stupid drag queens.
Very us, not to be predictable. So whether or not we should do a scene, an iconic argument from Drag Race, or just read from the Wikipedia page about flat earthers.
Ooh.
I think maybe probably act out a Drag Race scene.
Okay, great. I put on this hair.
We've got a change for the acting scene because we are nothing if we are not method. So we brought Poppy in to read in Mariah Paris Balenciaga's lines. But Jimbo, would you rather be Shangela or Mimi I'm First?
I guess this is more Mimi I'm First hair.
Okay. I'm going to be playing the role of Shangela Laquifa Wadley. But I'm going to be doing it in a Northern British accent.
Ooh.
I'm just making an acting choice. Star of the Final FronTia, Poppy Pearson, will be playing the role of Mariah Paris Balenciaga. In what accent?
I can try American.
Okay, we're going to go American. And Jimbo, do you have an accent choice for Mimi I'm First?
I think she talks like this. I'm Mimi I'm First.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, we're getting the full look. We're getting the full Lee Bowery inspired lip look. See, this I see is giving more Club Kid than Mimi's original version. For anyone who is listening and not seeing the visuals at home, Jimbo has recreated Mimi's iconic look in
Mimi
full.
I'm First. I'm here. All right.
Okay, we're sight reading and I find this really difficult. So let's just go for it. Shangela. Okay, I'm in character. Last time on the runway, they asked her, are you going to always be camp? And you told them you could do glamour and you were high fashion. So do you feel that you delivered that today is the question, Mariah?
No, but I don't think that was a challenge. Don't tiptoe around the answer. The thing is, you told them you have glamour. Do you think you can go deliver glamour? Because you just told us that what you do is camp.
Camp? I was channeling Lee Bowery today.
Yeah, girl, it was camp.
No, it was Lee Bowery, girl. To students' class I was wearing, it was Lee Bowery.
Those eyes were just glued onto that costume. That's not very good, actually. I think that's quite poor. Oh, the fishnets were ripped. That's what they were. Your fishnets were ripped.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes.
They were not ripped. I was on the runway, girl.
Yep, those were ripped fishnets. They were ripped. That's just the truth. I keep it real. I'm Shangela.
I know who you are. You don't need a name tag because I know who you are.
I know it's not about me knowing who I am. It's the truth. Those fishnets were ripped. Done.
But listen.
Oh, wait.
You didn't let me speak. Are you going to let me speak?
No. You know anyone else who saw the fishnets? They were ripped. They were. Done.
Who had the most creative idea on the entire night? Because they were 5,000 Judy Jester's hookers to be H.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold up. So I look like a Judy Jetson hooker. So I'm a Judy Jetson hooker. Oh, it was a lot of the same.
It was a lot of the same.
And you're different.
I was 1,000 times more creative than anybody here. I'm not gonna come down the runway looking like you do. I'm gonna be me.
What is me and what is you?
Look at you, grab a mirror. You can come down the runway and look like you've stepped off Rodeo Drive, like a goddamn supermodel. I'll never look like that.
True, you will never be glamour.
Is it over?
Oh, no, there's
no,
one
wait.
more line and then a full monologue for me. Thanks, Poppy.
Boo. Boo. Just because you got a sugar daddy that pays for everything for you, TBH.
Oh, I don't have a sugar daddy, sweetheart. Everything that I've had, I've worked for. And I've worked for to get, and I built myself. So I need you to know 100%, I don't have a sugar daddy. I've never had a sugar daddy. If I want a sugar daddy, yes, I could probably go out and get one because I am what? Sickening. You could never have a sugar daddy because you are not that kind of girl. Maybe everything I've had, I've worked for, and I've gotten myself. I have built myself from the ground up. She throws a beverage. Oh, and scene. That was powerful stuff.
Wow.
I feel like people are going to be moved by this performance. But that's all from us, Jimbo. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. I got a makeover too.
You look wonderful. Do you have anything else on for the rest of the day that you can maintain this look for?
Well, it looks like I need to go on a hot date.
With me, ideally.
Okay. Where are you going to take me? To the Ivy?
I'm gonna take you to a flat Earth convention so we can learn more about
can
why
set
the
the
Earth
topic up.
is not a globe. No, genuinely, thank you so much for joining me. I've had a wonderful time. I've learned a lot.
My pleasure. It was so fun.
Yeah, I'll see you soon. I'll see you around. I'll see you in Canada in a few weeks.
Yeah, I'll see you in a few weeks. In Canada?
Yes, I'm in Calgary in 3 weeks' time.
Okay, I'll come see you. I'll ride a horse over and visit.
Please do. I have a fear of riding horses, true story.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Well, use a saddle. It's easy.
I'll do my best. Jimbo, can you tell everyone like what you've got coming up, what you need to plug, what's going on, what day it is?
Come see my show in Australia. I'm touring around Australia in August. I'll be down under. Check out itdevents.com for your tickets. And you can follow me at Jimbo the Drag Clown at Instagram. And I have a website, houseofjimbo.com, where you can buy my merch and support my brand. Like this cool shirt I'm wearing.
Gorgeous. Do you know what? I'm going to buy one. You've inspired me to.
Well, you've inspired me to go wash my face.
Thank you so much. Let's improvise a sign off. Thank you for your time.
Let
Bye.
the music play.
Let the music play.